Hi. Hi everyone, and welcome to our brand new project for the Artificial Intelligence course. Me and my friends are here to show you how our idea took shape step by step. In first place, we have to say we got inspired by the medical test from Edward Bach. But wait a second, who is Bach and what is his test? Well, Edward Bach was an English doctor, bacteriologist, homeopath, and spiritual writer, best known for developing the Bach flower myths, a form of alternative medicine inspired by classical homeopathic traditions. In 1930, at the age of 43, he decided to search for a new healing technique. He spent the spring and the summer discovering and preparing new flower remedies, which include no part of the plants, but simply what Bach claimed to be the pattern of the energy of the flowers. Bach postulated that illness was the result of a conflict between the purpose of the soul and the personality's actions. This infernal wall, according to Bach, leads to emotional imbalances and energetic blockage, which causes a lack of harmony, thus leading to a physical disease. Bach's remedies focus on the treatment of the patient's personality, which he believed to be the ultimate root cause of disease. Bach flowers remedies are solution of brandy and water, the water containing extreme dilutions of flowers materials. And Bach claimed that the dew found of flower petals retains imagined healing properties of that plant. However, systematic reviews of clinical trials of Bach flower solution have found no efficiency beyond a placebo effect. So, that was a little history background. Now, the Bach test is a compendium of 114 questions where the patient could answer with only three possibilities: often, sometimes, and never. Then, studying the combination of all the answers were a specific flower that the patient had to use in a certain solution for healing himself. Bach identified the 12 main flowers called healers, through which he divided the spectrum of human personality by identifying the 12 main types. Later then, other types of flowers were identified, such as the 78s and the 19 assistants. Okay, now we know who is Bach and what is his test, and why it was used. Now we want to simulate this test through the prologue. Now I'm leaving the speech to my friend Michael. He will show you how our test works.
Thank you, Emanuele. Now is arrived the moment to analyze the program. Our project is only a simplified model of Bach questionnaire. In fact, we use only 14 flowers, 5 questions, and 2 possible answers. Firstly, we can see the knowledge basis, and we start with a sequence of all the flowers. After, there is a sequence of all the possible answers where there is a univary relationship between the flowers and the answers. And there is the price of the flowers. At the end, we can continue with the warehouse. That is a list where inside there are all the possible flowers that we can buy, and we don't need to sort by the provider. We can see the first function, that is start. Start is an important function because create a relationship with the client. Welcome to MELD. How can I help you? Use the command test to define the treatment that can help you. Then use the command buy to buy a flower selected. We write test with flower and cost. The program shows us all the questions. The first question is, do you have undefined fears that you are not able to explain often? Do you sometimes feel stressed or anxious and are unable to face the problem often? Are you shy and emotional to particular circumstance or fact? Never. Do you lack confidence in your ability to judge things or fact in making decisions? Never. Do you love being alone and using your time for yourself often? The program shows us the suitable flower with its cost. Now we can buy this flower with the function buy. We write buy with the name of the flower. The flower is available in the warehouse and we can set the payment, for example, €20. The program shows us the rest, 13 and 1, and we can set a vote that represents our satisfaction, for example, 5. We can do another attempt with another flower that is not inside the warehouse. The program shows us another flower, Pioppo, and its cost that is 10. We can buy Pioppo. Pioppo is a product that is not inside the warehouse, and then now we need to order. After that, we call the provider, the product is available, and we can buy, inserting the payment, for example, 20. The rest is 10, and we can insert a vote that represents our satisfaction, like before 5.
Now we show the specific operations with trace. With the command start, we say welcome to the customers using the keyword right, as we can see. Then we have the rule test, where X represents the flower and Y, so the test result, and Y represents the cost of the flower. With the keyword right and prompt, we create an interaction with the customer and we record the answer in variables through the keyword read. Then, for the first step, the inference engine tries to unify the rule test with one of the facts in the knowledge base, but it fails. So the goal is changed, and engine inference tries to unify the new goal with one of the facts about the answer, and it then succeeds. So the inference engine tries to unify the new goal with one of the facts about costs. The preconditions now are true, so with backtracking we can demonstrate the truth of the thesis. After the inference engine demonstrates the thesis, with the command trace we can see that it redo. So it tries to unify again with another facts in the knowledge base, but this combination is unique, so it fails, and so it returns false about the test, because we have only one combination. Then we have the rule buy. With this rule, the customer could buy a flower. In buy we have the same thing. The inference engine goes deeply, following one of the branches of the search tree to demonstrate the thesis. In fact, in this case, the customer could buy the flower X if the flower X is available in the warehouse Zeta. This warehouse has a list of flowers, as we can see. So the engine inference try to demonstrate that this flower is available in this list. So we have a call of the rule available. To demonstrate the rule availability, we have to demonstrate some facts as flower. So X is a flower, we have an exit true. Then we have the unification between the variable zeta and the warehouse. So the inference engine goes to the facts and unify this variable with the list. And then we have he tried to demonstrate if this flower is member or not of the list. In that case, Rock Rose is member of the warehouse, so we have a fail. Then, because we create an OR logic using the horn clause, the inference engine goes to the second rule named in the same thing, availability. So in that case we have redo availability. This rule can demonstrate that this flower is available if he is member of the warehouse. In that case we have an exit true, so we have the unification, the same unification between zeta and warehouse. So you can demonstrate that this flower is a member of the list. We have a list of true exit, so with the same backtracking we can see that the rule availability is true. This rule returns true, so we can demonstrate that this flower is available. We have a sort of command, write and read, to pay with euros these flowers. In particular, in that case, we can buy flowers and pay it using the rule calculate rest, that returns the rest of our payment.
But we can have another situation. If the result of a test isn't available in a warehouse, like in this case Puppo, the inference engine considers true the first body of rule availability, and after verifying that Puppo is not a member of the list, in fact we can see the next true is true, it calls the provider rule and do append. The rule provider is made by a basic step and a recursive step. At each iteration, the head of list will be removed. As we are seeing, Rock Rose has been deleted, Scleranto is been deleted, Castagno Bianco has been deleted, Erika has been deleted, Agrimonia has been deleted, Laricea has been deleted, Cicoria has been deleted, and at the end we have the unification with the basic step. So Puppo is added to the list, and with the backtracking we made the construction of up-to-date list. Now there are some true calls to write, and after all we proceed to verify X condition through the read of payment, for example 20. Is an input variable, and we use it in calculate rest. Calculate rest has as input variables the flower Puppo with its price and the payment 20, and as output variable the rest. The inference engine going down the tree, it calls cost, it unifies the variable with 10, that is the price of Puppo, and it makes the subtraction. It verifies that it is a positive value, and the result is the rest. After checking that all facts are true, the inference engine goes up the tree. So the by rule is finished, and the program ends. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon for the next project. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.